Sleep will be elusive tonight.
Or
not.
Sleep will be elusive tonight.
Basically.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Your hosts, Kime and Coco, are here with Le Filet from Cacophony of Games and Buttons. We're continuing the letter.
I can't remember if last episode if I actually read that line or not.
I'll read it again since it's the beginning of a new episode.
Yeah,
that way we
sounds
can
good.
hear your dulcet tones once more.
Ah, yes, my dulcet sick tones. Yes, excellent. This will be great. But when I listen once more, I hear no crying. Tugging at the hatch for good measure, prove his words to be true too. The thing won't budge unless I had a key, short of using power tools on it.
Perhaps it is time for you to go to bed, madam. You are simply tired and hearing things, a perfectly normal human experience.
You don't
But
control me.
if you are still experiencing auditory hallucinations in the morning, you are free to consult with me.
Johannes is such a bro.
He is.
You don't control me. Don't tell me what to do.
Hey, listen to that adorable man.
No. There's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach as he helps me up to my feet. What he says makes sense, and who am I to question someone who used to be a doctor? Oh, fun new fact. I am just tired, that's all. Long day of moving, the interview, dealing with Luke. That has all drained me of any proper sense.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I just need some sleep, that's all.
Of course I'm right. Go on then. Gute Nacht.
Good night, Johannes. Good night, house.
It's just fatigue. That's what I keep telling myself, although I can't ignore the strange feeling in my gut. Either there's something wrong with this house, or there's something wrong with my head.
Or both.
Or both.
Dun dun dun.
Sleep will be elusive tonight. Or not.
Sleep will be elusive tonight.
Basically.
I think that was the wrong elusive.
I think so too. It should have been with an E.
Yes, okay. I thought I was losing my mind for a second, so I went and Googled it.
Nah.
There's already been enough failures of my English degree in this LP. I don't need more of them.
Yeah, okay.
Lord, if any of my professors ever find this, I'm going to be such a disappointment.
That's okay, Buttons. I'm sure you're already a disappointment.
You have no idea. I love how everyone's like, oh, how dare you burn? And I'm like, yeah, no, that's true. That's about right. I'm liking this pulling through of the color scheme that everybody's been doing so far. That characters that have similar personality traits have the similar colors going on. So, Hannah and... Oh, I just blanked on her name. The pink-haired one. Rose?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Well, I got the R.
Rose is dead.
Right. They both have the heavy pink going on in all of their settings. So, like, Rebecca's classroom has a lot of pink in the background. A lot of Hannah's personal locations have had pink in the background.
And they're both very strong-willed, intelligent women who are going to beat Luke up.
And they look like they both have a tendency to try to do the fixing thing.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
So I'm interested to see if their color schemes for personal locations change as their characters change throughout the story.
Luke is already gone by the time I rise. Nope. Good to know that being sick hasn't changed my ability to talk at all. There isn't a single hide nor hair of him to be found, and trying to call him on his mobile is a bust, as it only goes straight to his voicemail. That's twice in a row he's gone on me. And for him to disappear today, of all days, is every bit upsetting because of what's to come. The morning is once again filled with a whirlwind of activity. Fortunately, I am much more refreshed as I took a break from my responsibilities. I haven't the faintest clue where Luke was yesterday.
Taking a break from his responsibilities.
Drinking absinthe, you know?
Oh. This Thanksgiving was rough, you guys.
Buttons is very familiar with how that fucks you up.
Oh.
Today is going to be a busy day, although unlike Wednesday, the master of the house isn't here right now, absent once again from his duties.
You're the master of the house.
Of course.
Right? Hopefully he'll be back in time for the party.
Why, to ruin it?
I know, right? This is our house, after all. No, bitch, it's your house.
Kick him out already.
Yeah. A grand housewarming party for the wonderful Wright Mansion. Buttons is sending memes again.
It was not memes.
Oh my god, you guys use sugar packets?
It was a really rough time. I don't want to... Oh.
Oh,
It was rough,
no.
my guys.
Every person of importance from Luxborn is invited, and there will be a few guests flying in as well. Of course, there will be some people from the media, along with friends and acquaintances who are made no less important, regardless of their status in society. Marianne and I discussed business and last-minute touches to the house before finalizing everything. Not that there is much a change from our original plans. Bar any huge additions to the property itself, the mansion is nearly 100% complete.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Well, I can't take all of the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the right mansion.
Aww.
There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Luke and I had a small tiff about making the second bedroom into a child's playroom, which I insisted is completely practical. In the end, he had to acquiesce. I didn't give him any choice in the matter. I even bought this wonderful wooden crib from the antique store yesterday, including some toys. Just in case anyone brings their baby, of course.
Of course.
Boy, does she sound like somebody who has desperately wanted children, and he is putting the kibosh on that.
Uh-huh.
But that might be a good thing in this case.
Okay, yeah, nobody should actually spawn with Luke.
True.
But
Please spawn with Zach instead.
spawn with Marianne? Question mark?
Also,
Hey, ghosts exist. I'm sure there's magic.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Are we gonna get a Rosemary's Baby in this game? Because I will fucking die of happiness.
Is this gonna be The Sims all over again with the goddamn aliens? Like,
Yes.
really? Really? Is that how this is going down?
That's exactly
Please
how
give
this is
me
going
secret
down.
alien ending a la Silent Hill 3. Please.
Oh no. Besides, we have little need for actual guest rooms. We hardly have guests who spend the night. If we absolutely have to, we often choose to foot the bill for their visits on one of our hotels instead, always at Luke's own insistence.
I wonder why.
Oh
Gee,
boy, I
maybe
wonder.
because he gets some money from that.
Oh, I'm
Mm.
thinking more that if they had any female guests, it'd be easier to get away with cheating if they go to a hotel. And if
That's
they
what
do
I
it
was
right,
thinking.
yeah, if they do it right there at the house.
But I
I
mean, they
mean,
do
But
own
they're just paying the
hotels.
bill. I mean, hmm.
They might change with the fact that it's a mansion and not a penthouse.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And on the off chance that we actually let someone stay, the bedroom is in the opposite wing, still up to the task. Or the bedroom in the opposite wing is still up to the task. There we go.
Oh, no. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
No, I did not agree to him having a helipad.
All right then. Well, do we have any other concerns? Anything we need to put on our agenda before the party commences?
No, I don't think so. Not unless Luke has anything else to say.
Is he around then? It'd be best if we can note down his request right away, considering the scope of his usual ones.
Little dig.
Around? No. Where is he? Who knows where? I don't.
No, he's not around.
She didn't have to point out the obvious now, did she?
Just trying to save you, dude.
Yay!
After 7 long years, I'd already gotten used to him. I should be by now.
No, you should not.
You say that.
Still not, apparently.
But don't you have a party?
I want nothing more than to complain, to whine about how unfair this is. However, airing out one's dirty laundry is simply taboo among high society.
You have nothing better
Not
to do.
even. I mean, not even
Besides-
high society.
Besides, I already did it yesterday, so.
Chat with Marianne. Become Biffles. Kiss you.
To do so will make you a ripe target for the next dinner party chit-chat. Vultures, the lot of them, really. Or most of them, at least. There are always good ones like Rochelle Lee. But put your trust in the wrong person and you'll find yourself eagerly picked apart.
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
I'm pretty sure that the marital problems are because of Luke. I'm just saying.
I was just gonna say, I think he's
Yeah.
probably spending more time cheering up the wife. Perhaps I'm being a bit too rash, a bit too hot-headed in divulging details. But I thought myself clever with the plan to dress it up as gossip. Marianne's raised eyebrow makes me unsure whether she is interested or not. Although that does not make things better if she has no interest and therefore has no hidden intent to utilize whatever I might say to her.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a. How do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband. But it's never enough for her.
Oh, who does that sound
Sometimes
like?
I think it's the years.
Mhm.
I mean,
Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark.
I think he's like just dressing up her own situation as a lie, saying
Right.
it's someone else who's experiencing this.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
that's-
gotcha. Okay.
That's what I think she's doing too.
Mhm.
What do you think?
You were asking for my personal opinion on the matter, ma'am? Do you want me to be honest, or
I'd say
Yes.
honest.
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 Yeah.
Be honest with me, Marianne. I don't need someone to sugarcoat it.
Yes!
Uh,
This is the best dating sim.
I'm not some fragile thing that I'm just going to break down at the slightest thing.
honey, that really definitely 100% made it so that it's like, no, you're not talking about somebody else now.
Yep.
Good job.
She's struggling. Be
Hmm.
nice to Hannah.
She hesitates, taking a sip of her coffee while I stare into my own cup of tea. The silence stretches on, and I almost believe that she'll never answer my question. I suppose that I shouldn't blame her, putting her in a tight spot like this. Her hesitation is understandable, though I loathe to admit it. She simply wants this whole thing to stay professional. But then she speaks.
if I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
Ooh.
Bingo bongo. Got it in one. It's my turn to hesitate now. I really didn't expect such a straightforward question. And to get to the heart of the matter? I suppose I'm not as clever as I'd like to think. Or is it really that bad that an outsider can see our little marital troubles? I mean, she's not really an outsider. She's been in your house for a while now. She's
Yeah.
been around you two enough while you're having this tiff. So, it's not really like she's an outsider.
Yeah.
Surely we aren't that obvious, are we? We've put up the act of a perfect couple for years, although it hadn't always been an act. Marianne is just more keen than the average person, of course.
That's so painful. Like, I've seen that happen with a lot of couples that are in a very similar situation where they think they hide it really, really well, and it's just one person is super keen on it. That's never what happens. It's just that one person had the balls to go and say, hey, what the hell's up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. It is a necessity to her career, and she's been working so closely with us. Yes, that's it.
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else.
Good job.
I
Someone who
love
won't
her
even give
so
him the time
much.
of the day.
She's best.
Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. That's just my 2 pence worth, of course.
So you're saying they should divorce?
Nothing as drastic as that. If they're afraid that it might lead to just that, then maybe that is what's meant to happen in the first place. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives. But it's just a short hiatus is all. Or, couples therapy? Look, I'm really not the best person to ask about relationships, so grain of salt and all that.
Oh, poor dear. She trails off, having said her piece, and leaves nothing but the smell of coffee and Earl Grey between us.
And we will go ahead and end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
That woman really got to her. Who would have thought? Tough, cynical Madame Gide, whose wrath can move mountains, touched by a simple townswoman's remark. I think it's maybe has more to do with just getting impatient with having to face that sort of treatment again and again. Whoops. I will have to consider that side of her. Vulnerable and so human. Well, she is a human. But right now I have a whole day of freedom to plan as I will. What shall I do now? Maybe pay Tobias a visit again? I could also spend some time in a tavern, chatting with townspeople, making friends and hearing all the gossip. That is where the life of the town concentrates. And the captain said he was heading there. Speaking to him proved to be worthwhile so far. Choices, choices. Watch out, Cinders, you may get used to it. Neither of those is particularly appealing. Let's go visit our friend. Tobias deserves another visit, especially as Carmosa is getting back tomorrow, and it may be hard to see each other again.